And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terra Invicta. We can definitely control more of Earth. We can control a little bit more in space, but actually not very much more in space. Although not being able to and not going to try are two different things. We've got a couple fleets at Mars, so the Martian fleet's actually the one that's most intact. Earth fleet needs to grow and is currently being repaired. Mercury fleet needs to grow. We only got one ship at Mercury right now. Do I have ships under construction? Hopefully. Yeah, I've got 7 ships being built at Mercury. I think we just lost a couple in an engagement? Or did we? Yeah, it looks like we may have just lost a couple in engagement. We're down to 1 ship at Mercury. Yeah, I think we tried to respond to alien ships attacking one of our mines. Control sites. Let's do a quick double check to make sure our stuff is... all the locations that we own are currently constructed and repaired. Every once in a while there's a situation where I get attacked and I delay doing a repair for whatever reason, and then forget to come back and fix it. Yeah, so it looks like the few situations where we have damaged stuff, the damage stuff's under repair already. Let's go through the whole list here, make sure that is still the case. Yeah, as we click through here, we can see that all the lights appear to be either, well, in some cases they're still building stuff, but if there's damaged stuff we've got under repairs, is what we want. Okay, yeah, everything appears to be still going well. There's maybe an argument to move, especially in Earth orbit, to Tier 2 stuff. I think we've researched it all. And then down on Earth, I think we're beginning the public campaigning to move to places besides the EU and the Eurasian Union. So I think we're currently buffering our support in Ethiopia. If I go change the project, I can look at what we got. So we're working on appeal to field messaging, which is probably what we want. Pan-Asian Combine is expand China. Taiwan's gone, so we can actually stop favoriting that one. Caliphate is expand basically on the Middle East. It's like Greater India, the path down to Greater India. I don't have the Ethiopian one checked, do I? Let's find that one quickly. Not stewards of South America, although that's Argentina has claims, that's not the one we want. Urban communities, but reasonably cheap for what it is. Sweden we don't care about anymore. African Confederations is the west side. Suppose we should favor that one because we may want to do African Confederations. Star Warsaw is Russia going west, and we actually want to do EU going east. Thailand, Australia, Saudi Arabia, Malaysia, Argentina, that one, Iran, Asia again. Egypt. Represented. So we want to click EU represented. We want to probably do that one. Maybe I haven't discovered that tech yet. Thinking of, I think it's Ethiopia that's the expand and make the I think it's the Ethiopia one. That's Africa. Ethiopia. Full search. I'm going to do, right? Ethiopia? Spell Ethiopia right? Yeah, Great African Union. So African Union and Great Africa Union, which is behind regional African unions, which is behind African federations. Okay, so we gotta do the Mali one first. Then that gives us African unions, which gives us Angola, Cameroon, Algeria, so a bunch of different ones that we can start merging up. After that, we can do the... Oh, and we need the Nigerian one as well. So, Nigerian as well, which is behind the unity movements. Oh, just behind regional, okay. Oh, unlocks the Nigerian Confederation. African Union, this is the path down to all of them. And then Great African Union, okay. Okay, so that's what we're going to want to go down that way. But yeah, we probably want to slowly expand in Africa. I believe our primary objective is the Humanity First is to keep the pro-alien factions below like 33% of the territories. Or 30%. We haven't got that far in the main quest line yet to know exactly what that is. And keep the alien administration off the planet. Do you want to let some time pass over and do some modifications of stuff? Yes, I think we want the water purification, get a little more ships underway. Before we really double down on acquiring tier 2 and 3 labs. So we're going to confirm assignments, and some time pass.
Lending my expertise.
Ship launched. This is a monitor. Join the Mercury group. Parasite emitter. This is the augment that provides +3 persuasion to everyone, so we'll set that as a favorite.
Violence is abating.
I don't think we get the better one. I think the better one's like a initiative and pro-alien faction, or yeah, pro-alien faction special. Might only be initiative special. Yeah, we want to continue improving Turkey.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Order is returning.
Nope, lost our spy in the Protectorate. Oh no, the
Target destroyed.
one of the Protectorate Councilors is no longer in custody. That's what that was. Assault alien asset mission successful. Okay. Completed repairs. Do a quick resupply. Okay, so we're one ship down at the Earth fleet. Actually, are these guys up to date? 3A, Mark III computers, Artemis torpedo bays. Yeah, it looks like they're up to date. So yeah, it looks like we're like one ship short at Earth orbit. Let's quickly grab that replacement. That's at the Rainier Council one. Put that instead at Logan Station, where the ships are currently parked, I believe. Logan, I think we have the 3rd shipyard repairing. That's why we're down one. I'm a little tempted to try to build some of the battleships. Did I finish that research we're waiting for in the battleships? It looks like it. Let's do a quick redesign of the battleships. So, ship class are Bane class battleships are still running the Mark III guns. At the moment, we don't have anything that's fundamentally an improvement here, except for upgrading the utility module, which we'll do. I'm a little tempted to run the ECM on them as well, although we don't have alien-capable ECM yet. So we'll hold off until we get that at least. Then hull weapons, we're going to upgrade to Mark III rail cannons. Here we go. And then same thing with the nose weapon. Okay. And then we... So with that, in theory, we've got a lot more of an effective ship. Improved ability to not be jammed. Improved rate of fire. Oh, I think it's rate of fire with the... So I can show the obsoletes for the moment to check. .3 muzzle velocity, cooldown 30 seconds. Yeah, so we're up to 10 seconds and higher muzzle velocity, so it'll connect faster as well. So that should be a more effective ship. Bane Block 2 class battleship. So we're going to save this design. Yeah, it doesn't have enough Delta V to go anywhere, but that's fine. It's meant to drive our defender stations. And then yeah, let's queue up trifecta of them at Rainier to get some battleships going. And then we're going to refit the trifecta at Mars. It's a new variety, which is not that much expensive, and it should be a significant capacity improvement on them. There we go. Let's unpause time and get those built.
What's the up?
Okay. Let's keep clearing alien life forms in the area.
We're going in.
And yeah, let's confirm assignments, let time pass. We've got lots of projects, lots of research we want, which is why I'm thinking of expanding research.
Lending my expertise.
Diamonds on Mercury. Shiny, but what are they good for? Or some send some to our backers at home. I think the volatiles are probably better for us. Material scientists have successfully extracted samples of diamonds on Mercury. These findings would verify the data from NASA's Messenger probe. The entire Mercury basin. Scientists believe that Mercury was formed 4.5 billion years ago, for the planet to be consistent of carbon-rich magma ocean and liquid core. Okay, so 2,000 volatiles I think is going to be better than 4,000 water. Doubly so because we use that for ship armor, so... Ship arriving at low Mercury, bombarding one of our locations. So we should vector our paltry Mercury fleet to respond. Okay, we're engaging. We're going to come in fairly fast. These are the ones with the better target repeater, so hopefully we don't get jammed. Although it's basically a 2-on-3, so we're likely going to fail to completely destroy the enemy fleet. One of them's the old damaged one from last time, so we're maybe not too worried about it. Okay, some minor jamming. 4 torpedoes did not get away, but everything else is away. Okay, scratch 1, scratch 2, and we got nothing left for 3rd. Swap the Guardian mode. We're going to be fully reliant on the 40mm autocannon to finish the fight. That's one reason why eventually we want to move away from the from the missiles to rail cannon. be fair, I think that's a rail cannon. Yeah, that's also a plasma battery. If they want to, they're gonna win. Basically where we're at. 40mm cannon is not gonna put up enough to stop them. And we've lost the ability to steer. We lost the ability to even return fire. So yeah, they win that fight. Once again, begun bombarding Olympus base. The base may have enough firepower to chase it off. We shall see. Okay, your point defense is back online at Logan Station. Good to know.
Things are cooling off.
We've moved the needle.
The people will come to our side.
Violence is abating.
The LZ is secure.
Here we go. Assault alien asset mission successful. No. Got another ship at Mercury. I could potentially even do a 1v1 again, but I think we'll at least want to hold off until we get a second one. We do have more ships building at Mercury. Although they're going to be quite a way out. Honors do take a decent amount of time to build. $24 days. It's going to be a little bit of a while before we can transition them over into Ethiopia, although we're working on that. Okay, let's confirm assignments. Let time pass. We're still, in many ways, we're making progress. New counselors start with more XP. We will probably want that at some point. Some of my counselors looked a little old at the start of this run, so we'll probably have a couple
Lending my
replacements.
expertise.
Another region decolonized in EU. That's good. Ji Hong. It's one ship. I'm gonna gamble that it's not actually enough to take the station down. In the EU, we're up above 4, so I think it's time to drop off Unity and instead replace that. Let's replace it with knowledge and start investing a little bit in economy. So we'll do that swap there. Yep, there it is arriving. We'll hit the auto-resolve. We lose if we auto-resolve. I'm going to reject. We're going to see if we can win it in the manual fight, which I think is the answer. I don't think it's actually brought the right firepower to win. One light rail cannon. It is a Mark III and a light ion battery versus our emplacement that's got a laser, 60cm infrared laser battery, a light rail battery Mark III of its own, and a point defense laser turret. Once we get close enough, we'll probably put more rounds into the enemy target, and yeah. So that's its ion cannon. That's the level the ion cannon's doing. The ion cannon isn't enough to damage us, and the point defense is enough to stop the rail battery. This is why at some point we're basically going to have to eject the more powerful alien, or more powerful human factions out of orbits we care about. Those are doing things like this. There we go. Rail cannons are going to start connecting. Once we take their rail cannon offline, it's going to really speed up the rate that we destroy their thing. Yep, that's what lost its rail cannon, so it's just connect, connect, and connect. Nothing to stop us from having our primary and secondary weapons just open fire on it. We'll see if it's got enough maneuverability to actually rejoin the fight. If it doesn't, we'll auto-resolve, and that'll end the fight as well. Here we go. There we go.
Things are stabilizing.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Things are cooling off.
Target secured.
Looks like we got rid of most of the, well, at least, well, no, density's still heavy. Obviously not chopping to the, xenoforms quickly enough. That's the case.
Acknowledged. Heading to the LZ.
Okay. Into tech-wise, I'm waiting for, well, not exactly waiting for the water purification, because we are expanding. I'm waiting for the water purification so we have more water. We haven't found the volatile stuff yet, although we need that less than the water in the long run. Short run, we need both in pretty high quantities. Probably get these done, and then I might try to increase the density of our Earth stuff. In fact, what do we currently have in orbit Earth for competition? I mean, Exodus and Initiative. You probably want to get some battleships can actually maneuver around to get rid of these permanently. Which is early fusion drives. Although I suppose I could get away with... Could put grid drives on them. That might work. Might work. Yeah, we got a lot of Earth stations. Yeah, I should probably stop procrastinating. We need to get the density up on these. Right now we're running tier 1s to save a bunch of... Maybe wait until I get tier... No, I'm going to wait until we get tier 3 hams. We're going to work towards tier 3 hams in the
Where do you
globals.
need me?
What that'll allow me to do is get the tier 3 labs, which will be the last time we need to put stuff in Earth. Try to maximize all the bonuses around Earth, and then it's just maximizing science after that. Illusion of Fear is done. Worked out that African Federation is what we're going to be doing first. Want to go the route that we are. The other one is to do Europe Ascendant to work towards Great Europe, which is bring Russia into Europe. Yeah, let's grab this one so we can start putting stuff together in Africa as our characters get complete the current tasks. So we'll finish this unification. Thinking about trying to take over Turkey, and that's what we're working towards. After that, we'll probably move into Mali. Was it? Yeah. Okay, let's actually start moving on Mali because we can do that pretty
I will
easily because they
report
cracked
when my
themselves
mission is
down.
complete.
Lending my expertise.
Order is returning.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Construction module Liguria. Okay. So with that construction module at Liguria completed, the ship over Liguria can have a station made nearby. One fission pile, one space dock. When that space dock's done, we'll be able to get the ship here to refuel and resupply, and can go colonize another asteroid to get more water, get more volatiles, because I think we got enough metal, got enough nobles, and I don't think our system necessarily has enough radioactives. So there isn't really much more radioactives out there. Although we're getting pretty decent radioactives. We're getting like 25 a month.
By the number.
I don't think we're in like Poseidon Torch territory or Orion Drive territory. Oh, I probably do want to do cyborging. Yeah, cyborging. This will work us up to tier 3 upgrades for our advisors, our counselors here. Okay, I want you to purge into Mali.
Terminating the opposition.
And grab more science, or not, or more persuasion. And you're the only one ready to pick anything up? Okay.
Reporting in.
And then you can do... Do I have you? Let's have you do the purge.
Removing our enemies.
So Mali's a little bit interesting. What's the resting... Oh, actually, it's reasonably stable. A lot of the African nations are not super stable at the start. And to be fair, I'm like, oh yeah, it's reasonably stable. It's like 3.6. It just shows you how unstable a lot of the African nations are at the start. Yeah, so with that, we can go ahead. Okay, so go set national policy in Ethiopia to federate.
On my way to the capital.
I could do the other way around. We could have the
Ready
worst
for orders.
person do the national policy in the
Time
bridge.
to make our move.
Good to
Standing
you.
by for orders. We're taking power.
Working exotic hybrid systems. This is how we can work up towards the neutron spike. Or the neutron lance. Weapon. Cyborging, yeah, okay. And then globals, we're hoping for some of the globals to finish, although... Well, actually, December's not for us, so Space Navies is not too bad. Again, working towards our space futures, the tier 3 stuff. A bunch
Lending
of
my
our farms came online, so
expertise.
we're actually quite decent on volatiles. I think that was all the Mercury mines. Our Mercury mines now have
Public opinion is moving in
farms.
our direction.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Violence is abating.
So farm, or farm, orbital, farm, and farm. Yeah, so they'll go their farms up.
Policy direction complete.
Federate. Korea. Battleship replaced. Here we go. So there's our 3 battleships at Mars, rearmed and upgraded. They got like no capacity to leave the station, but that's kind of what they're there for, is to keep people off the station. Victor 335 has arrived at low Earth orbit. Coming for Rainier. So it is a coming for our shipyard. I'd prefer if they didn't. Let's rally the combat fleet to protect the station where we're actually building stuff. Where's Rainier? It's ISS, that's the other way around. Rainier, there we go. 3.3 hours. It arrives at the station before us. I'm just going to auto-resolve. Station's not going to be effective against that. Our fleet then arrives after they're at the station. Hopefully before they do too much damage. Engage. So I think we're going to send 3 at the cruiser, 2 at the other 3. As far as primary targeting of the warships. Yeah, because 3 times 2 is 6, plus 3, yeah, like that ends up. And then we're going to smash the accelerator here, just because this is sort of use it or lose it sort of fight. We do have the Mark III targeting computer, so we should be minimally jammed. So we should get most of the torpedoes away, which, with this exchange ratio, should mean that the torpedoes get through. One PD on you, 1 PD on you, although the light mag might get dragged into point defense duty. 1 PD on you, again, light mag could be involved. And you're actually empty. So it's mainly getting enough torpedoes at you that they don't shoot them all down. Scratch 1 ship. And this is with 30 frontal armor, so... Scratch 1 ship on their side. Make that 2. That is torpedo saturation. Scratch a 3rd. That should give us the 4th. There we go. So, assuming some of our shipyards survived, we're going to dock and repair. Queue up some replacements. Of course, they managed to blow up one of the shipyards. So we lost a ship. We lost one of the battleships under construction. Complete your transit to Rainier. And then we actually only lost 1 ship. That was decent exchange ratio. Give me another 3A class monitor. I might as well tag it to the Logan. Because that's the only empty ship slipway. Fleet transfer will begin repairs. Will be done on the 6th of November. Japan is asking us to attack Saudi Arabia. No. Well. Yeah, we're just going to still say no here. good thing that brought me in. Previously, that was controlled by the Resistance. We prefer it not controlled by the servants, but I'm not going to go send the armed
Our
forces
people have
into the
taken
desert that is
control.
Saudi Arabia. Taking a point in Mali. Don't develop the bomb in Mali, please. (18th of November or December), so we should be rearmed and repaired by then. So I'm not too concerned about that arrival date.
Ready for my
Cash.
mission.
If I bring the Purger in, we can probably purge our way into Saudi Arabia. But no, probably Turkey time. Get the corporations in Turkey,
Removing our
54%.
enemies.
Ready.
Drag you
Ready
up
to
for
go.
crackdown, 86%. Just a couple influence to make it
Going after the
reliable.
people.
Where do you need me?
You purged the last one in Mali. It's 92%
We're
once it
taking
comes off
power.
crackdown. That isn't expected until January, and you should be done before January. Okay. I'm at the November. Okay, let's confirm assignments. Let time pass. Oh, I forgot to spend the XP. It's fine. Okay, so Palace, to Palace, now has its construction module. So the ship at Palace is not Dione, but you can have a space dock being constructed for you, so that you can leave. Found a platform, low Palace. Manage. Space dock. Vision file. .2 hours. We need to wait until the dock is actually completed before you can refuel and resupply, but that shouldn't take too long.
Lending my expertise.
Air module complete. LDA completed in medium Earth orbit. So Logan is not fully repaired. It's still been on its last shipyard, but it's now able to defend itself much more capable. I'm going to take a little bit of risk. We're going to upgrade the existing solar collector to solar array here and upgrade the tier 1 platform, or PDA, to layer defensive array, effectively doubling the firepower this thing can put up with the LDA. Resupply at Rainier. Okay, can I have you go to Logan?
We're winning their hearts and minds.
The Liguria's platform is done, so we're like 30 more days before the dock.
We've moved the needle.
Give them
Crackdown
their
in
hearts.
Turkey complete. African Federation's complete. I'm gonna push. It's gonna be a little expensive to do this. But not a lot of reward. Ankara. So this is Turkey mostly. A little bit of Western USSR. Not enough to confederate the USSR. The rest is owned by USSR. But yeah, this is mostly Turkey for us. So it's 25k to add Turkey to the EU, which isn't a lot, but it is also the prerequisite for Greater Europe, which is Russia. So it's going to be very slow burn sort of space. But I think we should go ahead and do that. Finally lost our point in Switzerland.
We've removed some threats.
We've removed some threats.
Got our first point in Turkey. Again, do not invent the bomb in Turkey. Post mostly on mission control and funding. You're an anocracy. What's your resting stability point? Super terrible. Okay. It's gonna be quicker to fix it by going down or fix it by going up? Probably up. We probably want to do government there. We only have to keep it still and offensive until we put it in the EU. Regional African Unions. We're going to want that. There's an even argument to do this before the Europe one. I think how much it costs. Where's the African Unions? Oh yeah, it's 2.5, definitely. We'll swap to that one temporarily.
What's the op?
Okay. Purge the next one.
Targeting the opposition.
And then
Standing by.
down 77. It's gotten harder for some reason, but
Targeting
not
their
hard
key
enough,
people.
so we're not going to worry too much about
I'm
it.
here.
And then do a defend interest in Mali. Mali's pretty vulnerable.
Securing our control.
You're not admin capped, although we can get another one from cyborging, so we won't grab it with XP. So espionage. Okay. Yeah, we confirm assignments, just keep time passing. We're working on projects, we're actually kind of waiting for the globals here and ships to build. Right, so we got all the Earth shipyards running, we got all the Mercury shipyards running. I could potentially push more out of the Mercury ones, but it would be sort of battleships to defend the Mars shipyards to defend Mars. You know, I've just convinced myself we're going to do that with Mars. We're going to get a full fleet of 10 out of Mars slowly. Just keep Mars protected. Mars orbit protected. We don't yet have enough mobility for real combat ships to do interplanetary transfers, but that's actually kind of what's leaving Mercury/Earth vulnerable, is we got no way to get ships from places like Mars, where we have excess shipyard capacity, to places where we need the shipyard capacity. Can't afford to do that. They're gonna build
Lending
in
my
situ.
expertise.
Protecting our interests.
Actually, don't do boost in Mali. We've got enough.
We've moved the needle.
Enough boost from other places. I think Mali needs to focus more on trying to fix itself. Which is probably welfare. Got to get that inequality down. Yeah, probably welfare. Get the inequality down. Okay, so the Liguria dockyard is complete. So you can do repair and resupply. So 2.1 days, you can go to a new asteroid.
Our case remains unheard.
We have neutralized their key
Crackdown
people.
successful. So we're looking. Some prospecting. Basically everything that's within the asteroid belt. Not quite hit Jupiter. So it's that range. Unclaimed volatiles would be nice. 333 or no 334 Chicago. So Foxtrot 201, I'd like you to make the transit to this location. It's going to basically take you all your fuel, and you'll get there in 6.6 weeks. Is super fast. Yeah, we could take like 11 weeks, and then you cover enough to actually theory go back. Or potentially go forward. One of the two. But yeah, we'll do a slightly slower burn and get there. We're not in that much of a rush. Get these outposts up. Not having to wait the 60 days or so, which is like 10 weeks, to get the... well, we'd have to first get the construction module built, then we have to build the orbital, and then the ship dock, so it's going to be more than... Yeah. We're saving enough fuel there that we can drop it, move to the next... remove to a shipyard without having to build a shipyard. That's going to be good. PDA repaired at Rainier.
Conflict in space doesn't have an exact analog in terrestrial warfare, although our instructors keep trying to explain it like it does. Armored warfare where the tanks are all sliding around on ice? A submarine engagement with nowhere to hide? Air combat where there's no gravity to overcome or air to bank against? Trying to come up with a universal metaphor will lead to wrong assumptions and broken ships. Teach the physics and the decision sets they imply. Our crews can handle it. Commander Fiona Ayawade to training officers.
Okay, so we completed Space Navies with the most investment, so we get to pick the next one. I believe our space future is required for colony habs and ring habs, yes. And it's all we're missing for the colony habs and ring habs. So yeah, our space future, we want the tier 3 habs. Even if we don't have tier 3 modules put at the tier 3 habs, we want the tier 3 habs. So we're gonna get that started. I'm tempted to prioritize making it faster. The problem is that makes everything else slower. And I can only make it next October. That's better versus July. Yeah, I'm not gonna over prioritize it in the moment. We'll see if we hopefully get some competition. If we get some competition, it goes faster. We're the only people investing in it. It's gonna be glacial. That's the problem.
We're in control here.
Okay. Purge. The next one. Yeah, they're definitely doing something to increase the defense here. It's still probably not enough to stop us.
Ready for my mission. Applying pressure
So
on
basically
the
doing the
people.
equivalent of knock knock and
Ready for
coming
my
in.
mission.
13th of June for the Atria unification. Although I will have you go do a defend interests in Atria.
Securing our
I don't
interests.
have a setback. There's only 1 point there, so they can go straight for the executive. They take it, that resets us for like 100 days.
Ready for my mission.
I'm here.
Where to?
Your orders?
I'm here.
Yeah, they can just espionage, make you a bit more hidden. And we're kind of waiting for cyborging. 10k, yeah. Okay, confirm assignments, let time pass. Low Palace has its course, so 30 days out for Palace's Colony should just start moving again.
Lending my expertise.
Making things safe for our people.
Shipyard repaired Logan. That implies I could probably get another ship under construction. Logan, is Logan where we got our Earth fleet stationed? It is. I should still probably think, if I'm going battleships for defending the stations, we might as well get a battleship under construction. At least until we're getting better drives, these battleships are having no replacements there, as they're going to be. So if we can reasonably afford to churn them out to make the stations harder and harder, or at least more expensive to attack. I think sort of massing railgun fire to keep them off the stations is one way forward. Ship launched. Okay, so we're up to 2 ships at Mercury. Definitely use more ships at Mercury. How's the Mercury shipyards going? Okay, so we got an empty slipway at Mercury. Let's immediately get a ship in that slipway. Monitors. For our response ships, we're still doing monitors until we can get better drives to push our responders.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
The people will come to our side.
Crackdown complete.
Crackdown complete, so the purge should follow up and succeed. You've arrived at the parking orbit. There's only one problem. This is not one of this. I was assuming when I sent these guys out that we'd be able to put solar. Like I'd probably be fine with a solar panel at this location. It's not going to let me put up a solar outpost because apparently we're not closer to Earth, even though I checked and made sure this was one of the intersystem asteroids. So we got a ship that's just going to sit out there in no man's land and do nothing. It's only taking one mission control, so it's not that bad. Victor 237 has arrived at low Earth orbit. It's just here to be at low Earth orbit. No, it's coming to Koyo Zom. So it's time for the Earth Defense Fleet to respond. Please, Vector to Koyo Zom. Arrive there in less than an hour. So while they probably will not arrive before the aliens blow up the PDA, they should arrive before they begin destroying anything at the station. Oh, maybe not. Although we did. Okay, so they got rid of the station, but they're still here. Okay. Okay, so 2 batches of torpedoes per alien ship. We're going to conserve fuel because we do not have a station to rally at. So we're going to have to burn over to the next station. This will fire as well. So we'll be coming in at maximum cruise, but we're not be accelerating into the launch window. Looks like the aliens are not attempting to jam, so we're getting most of the torpedoes away. Oh, some of them are being jammed. Okay. Well, it looks like only one of them's got any successful jamming. And then we did cross the gap where just open fired on what was jammed, so we shall see. Aliens open fire with plasma. And the point defense opens fire, trying to stop the torpedoes, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Scratch 1 alien ship. Scratch 2. Scratch all alien ships. No losses on our side, though we do have one critically damaged ship. Although it looks like damage control will be effective at getting that repaired for the maneuver to the dock. Yeah, you got 1.9 Delta V. Can you get back up to Logan? If you can, it will take just over a day. I think that is acceptable. Or what about Rainier? It's about the same either way. Up to Logan. And in theory, we lost the station. Yeah, so let's get that replaced. Found low Earth orbit 2. I'm going to try to go straight for the tier 2, and hopefully that works. Manage. We're going to need LDA and the solar to power it. And let's start with that. If one of the other human faction rolls in and blows it up in the remaining time, then they do.
Our associates are now in charge.
Okay. So let's move on the last point in Turkey.
Terminating the opposition.
Your orders?
They've definitely been improving the ability to stop us.
Turning up the heat.
I'm not sure how, because if anything, our public opinion has been going up. Yeah, if anything, our public opinion's been going up. Although maybe their public opinion's been going up. That's hard to tell.
Standing by for orders.
Okay, we're gonna have you do a defend interest in Ethiopia.
Securing our control.
13th of June for you. And then you have claims on other regions, right? Did I get the wrong African country? I grabbed the wrong African country. It was Niger. Was it Niger? Nigeria? For the Mali. That one's saying Mali. Maybe it was Mali and I'm just confused. Or at least the regional one has Mali. African Federation. Oh, Mali gains. Nigeria gains. Tanzania gain. Okay. Smaller confederations than I was thinking. That's what's going on. I read the first one and not all of them. That's what's going on. So that one and that one. Okay, so sort of Central Africa there. And you've got a bunch. Some of them are hostile, although I don't necessarily... Oh, well, they're hostile because it's democracy. It's too much democracy. Okay, we're a little bit in a better zone for Russia's mission control. So let's start investing a little bit in the economy there. Yeah, let's invest a little bit in the economy there. We'd like to have eventually all its mission control, which will take a while. Take a little bit longer, at least. 14 more to go.
Lending my expertise.
Low Palace. Space not complete, so that is you can begin repair and resupply. So you're also over an asteroid. How long until that asteroid's base has its construction module? Has its construction module. Okay, then I should get you one as well. Okay, we've got 3 ships at Mercury. It's good to see. We know the ship's inbound to Mercury, so we're gonna have to do a welcoming party mission soon.
Protecting our interests.
Completed repairs at Logan and ready for orders. Make sure you're resupplied as well. And yeah, we're waiting for ships to build. Waiting for more ships to build. Oh, Mercury, because we completed one of Mercury, we can get another one under construction at Mercury. Keep the Mercury shipyard busy. You arrived at low Earth orbit. You're coming to Rainier. Okay, well then you will have a welcoming party. Shipping out there as well. It's gonna get there first, which is always annoying. I'm gonna accept. I'm gonna hit the auto resolve. In theory, Rainier got hammered there. We're gonna reject and we're actually gonna see how the fight goes, because I'd like to see how this fight goes. This is one of our LDAs doing the defensive fire here, so we got a bigger... Oh no, this is the point defense, right? Ah, this is the one with the battleships under construction. I got confused with Logan. Logan has his LDA up. This one does not. So that makes a little more sense why this place is getting clobbered. Because the Mark III battery doesn't do that much work. There goes our rail cannons opening fire, but there goes also the alien rail cannons opening fire. And we do not have enough point defense yet. Oh, technically it's mag for them. Yeah. They're managing to go up and get through. Engage. Start battle. We're gonna come in at full speed. In theory, there should be a station here for us to refuel at. So let's engage with acceleration here. There goes the torpedoes. Plasma opening fire. Mag opening fire, although there's so many torpedoes away. That it's the question comes down to, do I have enough point defense to survive until the torpedoes hit? There we go. Just comes down. Is there enough point defense to stop the kinetics from getting through? And yes. And of course, they destroy a dock with the battleship under construction, so the battleship is once again destroyed. Okay, rebuild it all. Okay, so you are repaired. Let's do some prospecting. So we already got someone going there for the volatiles. Sibilia looks fine with Ozymandias' crater. So we send you off there. Yeah, that's a delivery time where I think we're going to want to burn the full fuel. Yeah. Hard burn there, and then the Earth defense one hasn't actually come back from its fight yet. Okay, you continue the transit to the base you're right next to, it should be Rainier. Begin repairs, you'll be done on the 20th of December. So the repairs are quick, at least. And that was a repair and resupply, so it's resupplied. I'm going to leave them here because the station is pretty badly damaged. That'll probably just encourage the aliens to attack the other one. At least until we get our ships build to the other one, or they do attack the other one, whichever comes first. Here comes another one for low Earth orbit. Victor 379.
The people will come to our side.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
The control is vulnerable now.
Got a crackdown, so the purge should go through. Ship launched at Logan. We'll have you launch and join up the other one. Gets there pretty quickly, so do a quick resupply, and then join the existing fleet.
We are in control now.
We are in control. Here's the regional African unions, which I think makes all the original unions bigger, or at least be able to be bigger. And I think we'll go back to working on Europe Ascendant while we're waiting for the next one to come up. Taking Turkey's army.
At your service.
There's maybe an argument to actually build armies for Ethiopia because of how totalitarian it is. But yeah, you've got claim on the region we're trying to merge into. You've now got a much bigger claim list, although it isn't perfect. It isn't going to take over a big area. And the main places that you can't take over right now are due to democracy. I suppose one way to fix that would be take those areas over and just max spoils in them for a while to tank the diplomacy, or the democracy. Okay, making you bigger is going to make you less stable. Oh, that might not take much to get your rest cohesion up high enough. We'll look into that when we're done with cyborging.
What's the
Commenting on looking
At
into
your
that, we're going to
service.
just check up on our counselors here, and then we're going to put the part break in. We're up over an hour, so it's time to put a part break in. If you're watching on YouTube, the next part will be up tomorrow. And you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. We're going to continue recording after I get up and stretch the legs a little bit between parts here. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. Should stay on the lookout for more mining orgs, but we're not that desperate for mining orgs. I'm kind of caught in the situation of, I think we're making enough in space that we really need to get the ships building faster and the aliens can blow them up sort of situation. Otherwise everything's going well. Oh, we just finished the monitor there. Yeah, okay. So that's going to be a battleship to replace with. Then we don't lose any more monitors. So yeah, that's where we're going to put the part break in. Plan continues. We're working towards some of the interesting techs. Although tech speed is definitely, as we're getting into the more expensive techs, tech speed slows down here. So we'll have to sort of chug through some of these techs. If you're watching on YouTube, part of tomorrow. Watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I will be back after a short break. So until then, I wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all on the next part on stream, and bye for now.